Hey, this is Jedi Steve, and I want to get Corona on here and talk about SDSU Breathing for Peace. Hello, how
Hey,
are you doing?
good. How are you?
Good. So, I wanted to talk about SDSU Breathing for Peace. And it's probably about 10 years. It's probably reaching its 10-year anniversary.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah,
Been a while.
yeah, yeah. So, it was inspired, Breathing for Peace was inspired from a group that I'll put the link below. SDSU Breathing for Peace, I attached the I'm inhaling peace, I'm exhaling peace, I'm inhaling peace, exhaling peace. It was attached to just sitting down 3 times a day and doing that.
Mhm.
And what I
Mhm.
wanted to do is create a Pavlovian response to breathing. Do you know what Pavlovian is?
Mhm. No, but explain it.
Okay, so I forget who Pavlov.
Pavlov.
Pavlov had some dogs. And what he did is he would ring a bell, and they would salivate. The dogs would every time he fed them, he'd ring a bell. So every time he rang a bell, the dogs would salivate because he put the food in front of them. So with breathing for
Created a
peace,
response.
of consciousness to stop. And when do we usually breathe? When bad shit's happening to us. But breathing is a superpower when we breathe when good shit's happening to us.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I knew, because there's so many agendas for the students with their own agendas and all their different teachers, that sitting down 3 times a day would be hard. But when the chimes that are indigenous to the campus would come up, or chimes or bells would come up randomly, it would give them a place to just like all of a sudden have that reminder, and they could breathe even when they were rushing to class. So go ahead and tell the people like how SDSU, not the circle, but just the breathing for peace helped you personally in your throughout the week.
Um, so a lot of times I found that I was stressed, right, while I was on campus because being on campus, being around academia can be really stressful. I mean, people are running on their time schedules, people are worried about exams and finals and deadlines, dare I say. So holding those breathing circles and conditioning yourself to respond to the chimes because they ring every hour, I think, right? um would I trained myself basically to basically stop whatever it is that I was doing and breathe. um and that became something that I Pavlovian response, right? You train yourself to breathe every time you hear the chimes, and the stress would kind of dissipate. I would notice that I was holding less tension. A lot of it was unconscious. And that's basically how.
Yeah, yeah. So one of the cool things about it is stress. A lot of people think of stress as a bad thing, but
Hmm.
there's a certain amount of stress that it takes for you to wake up at 8 o'clock to go to your class.
Yeah.
Um, but we can all agree that there can be too much stress.
Hmm.
And me, I haven't set up an alarm clock in like 15 years, and I wake up at a time, but it took a lot of untraining because you
Hmm.
said it was like like if you
Conditioning and
train
conditioning.
yourself, but when you're training yourself to proactively do something awesome for yourself, on the other side of that, you're untraining yourself for a lot of things that would normally get everybody stuck on a
Hmm.
daily basis. So SDSU Breathing for Peace is all about that, creating a union with the whatever helps makes things flow.
Hmm.
Whenever we get in a bad situation, when we all just let go and say, no, I've got this. And it just like, and I like to create something when messages are all around us and you can just do it. So I'm taking something that's non-tangible, as breathing, as consciousness, and making it tangible by aligning it with the chimes and the bells on campus. And then That's the reminder for you to breathe, not me to do it. And then we started with one. Then I took 2 years before I invited anybody else to it. And then I took a couple years after that before I did the circles. And then you and I did the circles after I had done the circles with the last one. Just taking that conscious thing to know that you are beautiful, complete, and awesome right here, right now. Anything
And
else you'd like to?
yeah, it's been such a useful tool that now even whenever I hear a honk, whenever I hear wind chimes out here, whenever I hear any type of ding, I naturally already start breathing.
And
So I don't know, I challenge anyone and everyone who watches this video to try and practice that in their own lives, right?
And now that you had said that it doesn't have to be the chimes. We can have a response to anything and turn it into a thing. One of the things that I did is go into brain hacking. Brain hacking is you know how like all of a sudden you're sitting and you see your phone across the room and it makes a light, and then all of a sudden you're paying attention to your phone. There's people up in the Silicon Valley where all these phones are created and that try to hack into your brain. What I did is I created, every time it happens, I'm breathing for peace and becoming more conscious as we're interrupted on our daily lives. So we just wanted to share this real quick. Thank you very much, and have a good one. Peace.
Thank you. Peace.
Remember to breathe for peace.